Hi, everyone.
It's the James and Greg Show.
Hi.
Hi. And we have a special guest. Her name's Debilicious.
Oh,
No, it's
no.
not. Debila.
No, it's not.
Debbie?
What is it?
Debbie!
Debbie. Debbie. She's a gardener.
She is.
Yeah. And amongst other things.
What do you garden?
Just about anything, you guys. You want to know what I got growing in my garden right now?
I do. That sounds a little racy, but I'm not ready. I'm ready. Tell us about your garden.
Is it a fertile garden?
It's a fertile garden.
Okay.
All right, so right now I have pineapple growing.
What?
What?
We're not in Hawaii.
Pineapple, yes.
is California.
Pineapple growing.
What else?
I've got green beans growing. I've got
Wow.
peppers, red, green, and yellow growing. I've got jalapeno peppers.
Ooh, spicy.
I've got eggplants. I've got 7 different varieties of tomatoes.
What?
What? How big is your plot?
Yeah.
We utilize just about every part of the backyard, honest.
Yeah.
Yep,
So there's
and we've got grapefruits growing, we've got oranges growing, tangerines.
Wow.
Well, those are on trees, right?
Well, they're in pots, but they're like potted trees.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
What's the
Got
secret?
kale.
What's the secret to growing such food? Here
Water.
in California?
I think it's water. Am I right?
Yeah, water or lack of, right? You try. We have rain barrels now for the time that it rains.
Those two
It doesn't rain
times.
very often anymore. So I think that time's over. So when we're back to water,
Okay. And
it's all in the soil, guys. It's all in the
Oh.
soil. You have to make sure that you have really good soil.
do you compost? Is that how it works?
Yeah, we compost all the time. We get a lot of volunteers out of our composting.
What's
but
that mean?
Do people come by and say, "Hey, I love your compost"?
I'd like to volunteer some compost for your compost. I don't understand what that means.
I don't either.
Tell us what
a
volunteering
volunteer
compost
is, well, you put vegetables in dirt and you
Right.
let it try to break down naturally. So you get good, you make good soil. But a lot of times, because it's so hot here, a lot of the seeds grow on their own. So you'll have tomato plants popping up or cucumbers popping up, and we call them volunteers.
Oh, okay, got it.
So we didn't have to buy one. We didn't have to grow one from seed.
'Cause it's-
It just came up from the compost.
I
Oh,
totally
'cause
thought they were people that
'cause it's-
came over and volunteered to bring
So
stuff.
it's the
It
plant
could.
poop. It's the plant poop that grows.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yeah,
Very good.
Exactly. It's all
Okay.
good.
It's
So-
like I have an 8-year-old.
You mentioned you had 7 or 8 varieties of tomatoes.
Mhm.
Okay, why are there so many tomatoes? And I didn't know there were more than 3 kinds.
Really?
Like
There's a little bitty
little
one,
bitty
right.
cherries,
And then there's the beefsteak.
beefsteak, and then probably the kind that goes in
The yellow
tomato
one,
sauce.
The yellow green one.
So what kinds are there?
I
Tell
don't
us.
know.
Just mention them all, and Greg will do a research project.
Okay, so well, you have to start with the fact that there are heirloom tomatoes and there are hybrid tomatoes.
Okay.
So heirloom tomatoes come from all over the world.
Okay.
So there's like the purple Cherokee or the Arkansas Traveler
Ooh.
or the
I like both those names.
Hawaiian
Sounds like a
tomato.
Kumquat tomato?
Yeah, or Hawaiian
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian cherry. There's all these really crazy varieties of tomatoes.
Okay. And then you have all of those in your garden?
I usually have about, I try to always grow just heirloom, not hybrid, but I'll usually have 7 to 8 different varieties.
Okay.
And do you guys understand that the smaller the tomato, the faster it ripens? So you can look at a tomato plant, if it has a little flower, it's going to be a little
baby
tomato,
tomato.
and the bigger varieties have bigger flowers and they take longer.
I did not understand.
So
that.
if you're really into growing tomatoes, what you would do is you would grow the small ones early, so you have tomatoes like for every season, and then by the time that the big ones grow, you have tomatoes in them.
Oh, so tomatoes all
There's
year
really
long.
a planting session.
Oh, that's actually.
It's kind of like production. There's a planting session.
I thought tomatoes came in cans.
No.
Really? Maybe you're a good candidate for gardening 101.
Yes. Well,
You know,
so I would like to try your tomatoes.
you would.
I
wouldn't
want to try the purple Cherokee, right?
We just
Yeah.
did a little session on hot sauce and it went really well. Click
Okay.
this to see our hot sauce one. But I feel like tomatoes, if you say they taste different, I want to
totally
taste them.
different.
I can't eat them. I can't have raw tomatoes.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I guess
Why
you can't
can't you
do
have a
the session.
tomato?
That's a whole different
Just
segment
'cause you
about
don't
what's
like
wrong
it?
with me. No, because I'm allergic to raw tomatoes. I can have cooked tomatoes because the heat changes what I'm allergic to.
Every variety of raw tomato you're allergic to.
Well, I haven't gone, hey,
Let's try that on camera.
let's see what causes me to die.
Let's see if his throat swells up.
Maybe we'll get some more views
With
for
a
that.
Cherokee.
EpiPen,
With a
EpiPen.
Cherokee what?
Cherokee, purple Cherokee.
A purple Cherokee down your
It'll
throat.
be a twofer. Let's taste test tomatoes and let's taste test EpiPens. See which one works from good.
Which was more effective.
Good times.
How long have you focused on being gardening? Has it always just been a passion or something you're trying to do? Or?
No, being from the Midwest, I grew up gardening.
Okay.
So I've always tried to garden everywhere I've been. I've just been fortunate now that we have a lot more land, so I can garden a lot more often.
Do you help other people garden?
Yes, I used to all the time.
Oh, okay.
So if you
But
want
with the
help with
economy,
gardening,
nobody wants nobody
No one
wants any help.
Because
with
the
gardening.
water costs so much.
Yeah.
so okay, just go,
Dang.
so what's more difficult to grow, the tomatoes or the pineapples? Because I have no clue. I just recently found out pineapples grow from the ground up instead of from the
Really?
tree.
Actually, pineapples are pretty easy. Tomatoes are too.
Anything in the ground's probably
Tomatoes
easy.
are going to get more bugs, especially
Yeah.
heirlooms.
Okay. I've always wondered what people think. Hey, that looks delicious. Let's try it on a pineapple, right?
Yeah.
That and Brussels sprouts. Why would people go? Gosh, that looks delicious.
With butter,
Let's
everything's
saute it up."
good.
No, I
Butter
think
makes
somebody
it-
was just really hungry one day and decided that
Like those
they
little
should
round
eat
things.
it. And they go, oh shoot, it's not that
Those
bad.
little round things would be delicious. Let's try those.
All right,
And
well we'll have to. I'll bring you guys over some tomatoes. I'll
Yeah.
bring you over some tomatoes. We'll do a.
A little tasty
Yeah,
test.
there's-
we gotta go.
Thanks, we gotta go.
Thanks to Deb for being here.
Yay! Need a gardening tip? Just write us a note. We'll send it off to Deb. She'll write you back.
All right, we have a great week. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Hi, it's the
James and Greg Show! Hey, if you like those videos, or that last one you just saw,
There's a bunch of videos right next to us. You should click these. It's some of our
Any of them.
favorites. And,
I'm pointing at the videos!
and don't forget to subscribe
Yes, subscribe.
and share.
These
And
videos.
this is what he looks like dancing in the 70s. We'll see you around.
Comment.